Yep, that's the title of my video. Uh, Sounds kind of messed up. Now I know I can talk about this because this happened over 10 years ago. It was a long ass time ago. I can talk about it if I want to. So it's just memories. Nothing happened. Now most people will say, well, that's just a phase. You know, when people are young, a lot of them go through the phase of I want to hurt people or something like that. Well, I know it wasn't just a phase. I know if I had a gun, I would have done it because of what I'm about to tell you in this video. Now, it's gonna be kind of like a long video, probably 10, 12 minutes long. So you don't want to watch it, just fuck off. Now I want to talk about it because shit's been going on so much now. It's like it's trendy. When I was a teenager, it wasn't that crazy. At least I didn't know it was. I never heard about it, but then I started hearing about it. Now, first of all, most people, they gotta stop thinking that these children or people who do it, they're crazy. They're not okay. They have mental problems. They don't have mental problems. They're just really mad. You know, most people won't understand them how I do because most people that get it, they didn't grow up the way they did, the way people like me did. You know, hating the world. So they're just gonna say, okay, just fuck it, he's crazy. No, he's not crazy. The kid who just killed a bunch of like fucking 17 kids, he wasn't crazy. He was mad. He was just very very angry, very upset. That's all it is. That's the easiest way I can put it. Now, when I was young, I was bullied for most of my teenage years. I was bullied, and nobody stood up for me. You see, that's what makes a difference. That's what creates a killer. Bullies. Those are the ones that create him, and people who just make his life very difficult. I know most people probably find better ways to deal with these things, but there are some of us who won't take shit. There are some of us who you just can't step over us and expect no reaction. See, to me, I would call most of you cowards because most of you don't want to do anything about it. Just want to just let it go or just forget about it. But people like me, like that, the people who kill, others like this, they're tough, man. They're really tough. It takes a lot of nerve to do something like that. A lot of guts to go on a fucking shooting rampage and shit. Now, I didn't. Whew, just crazy, man, thinking about this. I didn't do it. Mainly, being honest here, probably the only reason I didn't do it because I didn't have a gun. I had no way of getting a gun. Instead of to the knife on I fucking turned the knife on myself and I tried to kill myself and I almost succeeded. But anyways, I wanted to shoot everybody and then kill myself. Now, I first heard about Cho Seung Hui. I have notes right here because there's so much I want to talk about. Cho Seung Hui, he killed 32 people in 2007, wounded 17, and he had two semi-automatic pistols with a bunch of clips. And that guy was he was my idol back then, because I used to be kind of like him. My hair was very short, I was always in very good shape, was in martial arts and shit, and then I used to like to create my own weapons. Since I was 15, I started creating my own weapons. And anyways, and I hated the world, and he hated the world, and because I just described them so much, and then these videos were so vivid. Nobody had done this before. He was a fucking brainiac. He made all these videos and sent them to the news place, and then shot everybody. I thought that was fucking awesome, man. Now, what I was going to say? I'm losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, the reason why I know, I can understand this. I can understand him so well. It's hard to explain, man. But it's not easy being me. When I was 15 years old, I made this, for example, because I just like weapons and I hated people. And I thought if somebody ever messed with me, I'll stab him with this thing. You see how simple it is to make something like this? That was like a shank, right? And I kept it because it's cool. Now I made another. I got a coat hanger, and I fucking twisted. I don't have it anymore. I twisted it around my hand, and I put like some fabric clothing here, and there were two spikes coming out of the coat hanger, and then I smashed with a hammer and with a weight the tips of them, so it was two spikes, very sharp spikes, and I could just hide it like this and just fucking kill somebody. Then I made like a big old sword with some parts of a bike and a knife, and I used to make all kinds of crazy shit like that. Now, the rest of the video just telling you why I know I was one of these children who would have done something horrible. Because of all these things, that's what I'm gonna start talking about now. I remember having I grabbed like 100 needles, and I went to high school at night, and I tried to sneak in because I wanted to get the needles and put them in the benches, the cafeteria benches, with crazy glue or something. So when the students got there, everybody would get stabbed in their thighs, and it was just fucking horrible. It would have been horrible. You know what I mean? Just be, oh man. But a security guard saw me, so I had to run for it, and I never got to do that. That's why I say if I would have had a gun, it would have been much easier. Because I was just angry at the world, man. People didn't like me. Nobody, and I didn't bother anybody either. I was just very quiet. But you know, that's what people are sometimes. They just alienate. Somebody has to be alienated, you know. And some of those kids, sometimes people, the ones that are, you know, pushed aside, they tend to be the ones that have the switch. That once they turn it on, oh, it's chaos, man. Because they're not just like everybody else. They're not like most people. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I wanted to kill my stepdad. I used to fantasize about it. I used to plan about it. This was when I was very, very young. I used to have like step-by-step plan how I wanted to kill him. Now, these are just, you know, reasons why I knew I was one of those about to do something. I had dreams of killing people for like 7 years non-stop. They're just the most gruesome, horrible dreams. Me killing people with guns, with knives, with swords, with my bare hands. I used to like grabbing people's heads and smashing them against walls and watching their brains come out. No, these were all dreams, okay? I used to twist their necks, like their heads so far back their neck would crack, and I could hear that. I would cut their throats and I would see all the blood gushing out. And I'm not a very big fan of gore. I never liked gore. I don't know why I had these fucking dreams. I guess I wanted to do it so bad. What else did I do? Well, suicide thing was true. I mean, I cut myself so bad. I'm gonna have scars in my arm, like 100 scars, fucking that. I'm gonna have scars that are never going to disappear for the rest of my life. Now, when I tried to kill myself, it wasn't just one cut like most people, right? It was several of them. I don't know if you can see it, so you can see I'm not lying. I was about to die there. There was a puddle of blood whenever the paramedics and the cops got me. So I grabbed that knife and I just went like this like 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just wanted to go, man. And now I got 50 stitches. The other people, I mean, people who get 50 stitches are people who get attacked by like crocodiles. Just so you get an idea how bad it was. Let me check this camera because it's all fucking messed up. Okay, so now the reason why I'm making these videos, it might not be interesting for you, but it is for me because I like to keep note of these things. When I'm old, I want to go back and watch this stuff, hopefully see how I used to be, how much I've grown. I'm pretty sure if I would have made videos like this when I was like a teenager, they would have been horrible. I mean, but it's cool though. Let me see. Oh yeah, I was not crazy. I went to a psychologist for 6 months. 6 months. He didn't find not one thing wrong with me, not one. He did a freaking intellect test on me or something like that. Some kind of test that freaking supposed to figure out how smart you are, and I came out above average. So I don't know how much, but he just said I was smarter than most people. I mean, than the average. But I think I talked about mostly everything. Yeah, like, well, okay, I'm gonna give an example how people didn't like me in high school. I don't know if I could do this, but there was a teacher who, she always wanted to be happy, an English teacher. She wanted everybody to always have fun, always smiley and everything. But I wasn't like that. I was all dressed in black, and I made my own clothes, I cut my own hair. The only skin you could see on me was the tip of my fingers, and my hair was like this. So you could see part of my face and part of my neck. In plain summer, I was completely covered in black. All the time. That's just how I was, and I didn't have any gothic friends or all that shit. I had nobody. So that teacher noticed that I wasn't like everybody else, and I wasn't participating how she wanted me to participate. So very kindly, and I wasn't a troublemaker, very kindly she told me, can you please go to the other English teacher in the other side of school and tell him I sent you. He'll know why. Just please do this for me. And there I go, you know, fucking no friends, always depressed, always mad at the world. Little did I know, she sent me to the other teacher just she pretty much kicked me out of her classroom, and I now just stayed in the other classroom for the remainder of that semester. That's pretty fucked up for that school year. I mean, so she pretty much was like, "Oh, he's not happy now, so I might just instead of talking to him, dealing with him, I'm just gonna kick him out." You kind of get the idea how people used to treat me. So these people, man, I think I covered everything. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. This teacher used to piss me off so much. So one time I sneaked into school. I grabbed a knife and I grabbed a note that I was threatening him, and I stabbed him in his door. I stabbed her in the door, and it was just scary. Now nobody ever found out about this, and I'm talking about this because it was more than 10 years ago. Who gives a fuck now? Another time, same teacher. I snuck up at night. I don't know how I used to sneak up into high school with freaking cameras and all that shit. Nobody ever caught me, and I messed up the, you know, the door thing, because it wasn't just like a regular, it wasn't something you can pull like this. It was just weird. But anyways, I messed with it, so you couldn't open the door anymore. So when I got it the next morning, we couldn't go inside the classroom. So I would do stupid shit like that. But I just want to let you all know, these people ain't crazy, man. They're not crazy. They're just really angry at the world because nobody likes them. And I know how that feels like. So next time you hear about somebody like this, think about how they got there. Don't just think they fucking came out of hell. Don't think they came out of fucking crawling like ghouls and they just started killing people because they are crazy in their heads. They ain't crazy, man. They're just mad. They're just furious because people don't know how to deal with them. And whenever these things happen, you gotta bring out the bullies who used to bother them and such, make fun of them, and you show them to the world. And then, you know what I mean? You gotta focus on them. They created them, not just through that year of high school, but all the people that made fun of him. That you're fueling this thing. All the people that ignored him. That's how it is. You're gonna get what you put in. They ain't crazy, man. People how I used to be, they are not crazy. Look into it.